of the harp, and maybe you want to review that when you go home this week and practice. And you can look at the pedals, and you can see how they move, and you can even teach it to your family. And go home, or your roommates or whatever, and just tell them, just teach it to them what you learned. So it's kind of fun to just explain what you learned, and it helps us also retain it better. And then we also talked about our body position and our hand technique, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why is that important?
To get a better sound, to make sure we don't strain ourselves or hurt ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that's great. And we also talked about the balance of the harp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where we should be sitting, and how our legs and how high the chair should be. It just was perfect for you. That was great. And then we talked about our hand position. How does our hand position work again?
So we kind of cup our hand. We put our thumb right here on this knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
We keep our shoulder high, but not, or our elbow, but not too high. Knuckles parallel to the soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And you're missing.
Oh, the curve in the wrist.
Yeah.
A little bit of curve.
And that we're closing
Close.
with our
I'll
fingers.
practice.
Yeah. So this week for homework, I would like you to, just as you go about your whole day, not even when you're at the harp, but before you sit at the harp, do like 10 to 20 times before you go to play. But try to do it about, when you think about it during the day, try to do it like 10 to 20 times. They say if you should do it like 100 times in a day, it really just helps your memory of your hands and your memory of your mind of how it works. And remember that feeling of being relaxed, how you felt that relaxed sense, that heavy weight right here, and that, like, that's kind of how it is. Just, and then, yeah. Does that all feel good? Sound good?
Yeah, I definitely will practice that this week.
And then we also talked about plucking the string. So practice doing your opening and closing, and then when you get to the harp, you can practice working on a string, separate hands, and then if you can try different strings. You can try plucking one string, going to a different string. Just messing around. Not messing around, but experimenting with the different things you learned on different strings. You can practice trying to pluck a string together with both hands, like an octave, and just really pay attention. Just watch your hand position as you go by. Does that all sound good?
Yeah.
Does that sound like a good amount of work to do?
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, do you have any other questions before we end the lesson?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Thanks, Tyler.